finished beans yesterday, and it's real cloudy, and there's a mist this morning. There's a chance of rain tonight, so we're not in too big of a hurry to start shelling corn. So we're going to start hauling manure and get ahead of that, because it seems like it's always December before we get to it if we wait until after corn. We're not going to do all of it today. We'll do at least under the bank barn here in the home farm, and this is the worst pen out of any of them we got because it's a dirt floor yet. And if you know anything about a skid loader, a tired one on wet dirt, it doesn't get very good traction and you're always sliding around. But I did buy that bigger bucket back in March, so we'll see if that bigger bucket will put more weight, help get better traction, and it's got a good cutting edge on it, whereas my old one didn't really have a cutting edge, so it might make it easier to cut into it. This should have been cleaned out back before planting, but you remember we didn't get the chance to. When fields got dry, we just planted. It doesn't add up too much in the summer just because they're out on pasture and don't spend a lot of time in the barn. But we'll go ahead and get it done before we get busy again. So, got the 4430 on the spreader. Skid loader out there. Got a 155 New Holland spreader. I'd like to get a bigger one sometime, because this one, it takes us a while, and as they're getting more cattle, I'd really like a big coon with vertical beaters, but those are pretty pricey. I'll get out and get loaded. Got the first load loaded. I had to go scrape up a little bit of gravel and put down in front of the door because it turned to mud pretty quick. So I figured it would. There's a concrete lip to get into the barn, and it gets between the skid loader tires, and then I'd get hung up there and couldn't get enough speed to get a good run into the pile. So that helped a lot. DJ's here to run the spreader now. I'll show you what we've got. Put some gravel down to make it easier to get in here, but yeah, it's just dirt floor, and it's actually sloped down out to the new barn. And we're getting her done pretty quick. That new bucket's really making it nice. The long-term plan is out there, the new addition is concrete, and I'd like this to be concrete in here as well. That's something that's going to be done next couple years, hopefully. But that is lower than it is up here, so I don't know if we'll have to slope it. But then that looks like it's about a foot lower than that door lip. So if we take it, we'd have to knock that door lip down, make the floor right. But then we'd have to go through and pretty much cut this whole hilltop off, and it's gonna be a bigger project than just putting concrete down. It's one of those jobs where I wish I had a dozer and a track hoe of my own, because doing that out there, they'd come in handy. We've got that backhoe, but I don't know what, I gotta get it running, or we gotta have it looked at, because it died, and I've tried everything and I cannot get it to run. And I'm just gonna wait in here until DJ gets back at the 44 and spreader and load him up again. We'll get probably 2 more loads there, and then another one there yet, and then we'll take gates out and really clean it up. That down there is the worst part, because when you go over to get that, you always want to slide down the hill and get stuck, and it gets frustrating. You get a bucket full and then you can't back up, so you dump it out and then you can move, but then you don't have a bucket full anymore. Track skid loader would be nice if this lip wasn't here. I don't think that lip would be real good on it. We're talking storms tonight, so as I can get this done, I actually have to run to the feed store and get some bags of lime to put in there, and probably do that when we go eat lunch. So I'll get back to you later. I'll sit here and wait on DJ. we just put lime down. I try to do it every time we get done. It just kills bugs and helps with disease a little bit. Some people do it and some don't. I think it's cheap enough that it's a good idea to do it. Okay guys, we got everything finished up here at the farm. And we scraped the feeding pen after we got the underneath the bank barn cleaned out. And got it all cleaned out and bedded down. And they're happy now. So we got everything loaded up. We're gonna go over to the other farm. And we're gonna clean that barn out tomorrow. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so we're not gonna have enough time to get started over there. But we gotta pull the corn head out and move it out of the way. So we'll probably roll over there and work for a couple hours. But no, we're not gonna start hauling any manure. It's getting darker earlier and earlier, and I don't want to have to quit early. That barn don't have lights in it right now. And they're calling for rain tonight, so we got rained out earlier, but we kept going because it was going on the old hay field. And we're gonna plant the corn, so it won't really matter. I loaded straw up, did a little unconventional, put the straw in the manure spreader to get it there. We're going 3 miles, it ain't gonna hurt anything. There's not enough room on the trailer for both of them. Trees are starting to get pretty. Guys, we're making, it'd be day 2 of the manure hauling video. We're just going back here to my place, and the video just kind of ended last night because we got over here and had cows out again. So we went and the cows out. I didn't grab the camera or anything, but we went and got them in, and the whole west side of this pasture here for like 200 feet they had torn the fence up pretty bad. So we still had a roll of woven wire from when we built fence this spring, so we went ahead and ripped the old fence out real quick and put up a new stretch, which it's not the prettiest and it's not perfect, and we come up about 4 foot short of what we needed. So the corner up there looks kind of funny, but it ought to hold them in, and it'll get fixed right someday. If it works, I'm not going to change it, but unless that starts bugging me, then I might. But look, now the cows are out running around the buildings this morning, so we're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and start the 44 and pull wetting the spreader out. I still got the straw on the spreader. Run down, backed it in here because while we was building fence last night, it started raining. Didn't want the straw getting wet. So start it and pull it out and start the skid loader and let it warm up also. And then there's not going to be a whole lot in here just because they haven't been in the barn that much. So we'll just get that scooped out and we'll take it out and spread it. I bet there's 4 loads maybe. Got the first load loaded up. What you seen me do there on the front of the spreader is it's got a couple settings for where you want how you want the spreader to run. You've got a slow and a fast speed for the apron in the bottom, and then there's a clean out mode where the beaters don't run on the back, just the apron. Because when it gets empty, the beaters tend to throw stuff forwards sometimes. And the clean out mode, it just runs the apron and cleans everything completely out. Now, we always clean it out at the end of the day or when we're done with it. We don't do it every load unless we're going down the road and it's trying to fall out on us. But it usually does pretty good. On out here to the big field. Nice morning. It ain't all that cold. I'm in just a sweatshirt. Might have to open the windows in here. First time this farm's had manure on it in a lot of years. Wish I had enough to coat all the fields over here pretty heavy. Running an A4. To reload with load 2. So DJ was hauling a load out earlier. I pulled the corn head out from underneath the barn. You gotta go over it to get it ready. And then I remembered that the back part of the pen, we just had corral gates and they was basically just leaning on it. So we had to run to town and buy some new gates. And corn head was backed in here and just had them corral gates. So we went and got some stuff and I hung this silver one because, well, here's the corral gates. They just get locked together and you make a square or a circle out of them. Nothing. You can't really hang them. So we had this gate up front and they bent it up. So we put it back here where it's against something at both ends. And then we got a new 10-foot gate for the door there that'll go out to the outside lot when we get it built. And then a new 16-footer to go across here. There. We're in the process of spreading lime out now. kind of get it against the walls and posts and stuff to kill bugs, and then you spread a thin layer on the floor. We got the lime spread out, and the back part of this barn here, it's real rough and uneven, so we couldn't get it cleaned out very well, but eventually this lean-to section is going to get torn off and it'll be a concrete lot outside. This is only temporary. This part's still good, but all this back here, it's not in the best shape, and the door's like at my waist from where it should be, too high. It's just hard to get around in here. So we'll get some straw put in. Get another one put up there. We make these bales a little small so they fit in the hay mow better, but I kind of like them like this. You can roll them around by hand pretty easy. Should be 4 strings on every bale. We got the bales busted apart a little bit. The cows will do the rest. We're gonna throw this gate up across here and we'll let them in. We're gonna let them in now. Calves are growing. That creep feeder is definitely we didn't buy one, we were borrowing it to see if we liked it. I imagine we'll definitely buy one. These calves at the other farm weren't on one, and you can tell a big difference in them. These look a lot nicer. Alright, we got our tools here. We're gonna hang that green gate up so we don't have to prop it up. So we'll get busy with that. Now I got bedding done. We're done with manure for the time being. We still got the big steer pen to do at the farm, but steers will be going within probably a month. So we'll just wait till we get them sold before we clean that one out, because we'll have to get it cleaned out anyways for the next round. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.